Have you ever woken up feeling like you've left something important behind? Scientists say that during REM sleep, our brains are almost as active as when we're awake. Yet as the sun rises, that crucial piece of ourselves, a memory, a feeling, a connection, fades away, slipping beyond our grasp. That world you just left, your dream, can feel more vivid, more meaningful, more real than this one. In those moments, the boundaries of possibility stretch, and the mind explores landscapes unconstrained by waking logic. But studies show that most people forget 90% of their dreams within minutes of waking. The morning light creeps in, painting the room with a gentle glow. But your mind is still tangled in the after effects of sleep inertia, the grogginess that lingers as your brain transitions from the dream world to waking life. Your thoughts drift, still caught in the memory of somewhere else, a place both familiar and alien, woven from emotions and half-remembered dreams. Scientists call this the hypnopompic state, where fragments of dreams linger as you awaken. You try to recall the details, to grasp the fleeting images, but they vanish like mist. The brain, shifting from REM to wakefulness, lets go of the dream, dissolving it into the ordinary present. This sense of dislocation, this feeling of being a stranger in your own life, is universal. We've all experienced that unsettling disconnect between the dream world and the waking one, a phenomenon explored by neuroscientists and poets alike. It makes you wonder, what if this world, the one we perceive as solid and real, is the illusion? A carefully constructed stage play, while our dreams reveal deeper truths about the mind. And our dreams are the real home, the authentic expression of our souls, unburdened by the constraints of physical existence, and shaped by the brain's mysterious nocturnal activity. Maybe when we sleep, we wake up to our true selves, shedding the masks we wear for the world, embracing the raw, unfiltered essence of who we are, as the brain weaves stories in the dark, unbound by gravity, time, or loss. Free to explore the infinite landscapes of our inner worlds, where anything is possible and the mind is its own universe. In dreams, we fly, soaring above the limitations of our physical bodies, experiencing the boundless freedom of the spirit, while our brains fire with the same intensity as waking life. We meet the departed, reunited with loved ones in realms beyond the veil, sharing moments of joy and connection that transcend the boundaries of life and death, all within the theater of the mind. We feel emotions unfiltered by logic, experiencing the full spectrum of human experience without the constraints of reason or societal expectations, just as the dreaming brain allows. The logic of that world is different and perhaps more real than we realize. A deeper, more intuitive understanding of the universe, unburdened by the limitations of our waking minds. The hardest part is the transition, the jarring shift from the boundless freedom of the dream world to the structured reality of waking life as the brain reorients itself to the here and now, forgetting who we were, slipping back into this role, this persona we've crafted for the world, often at the expense of our true selves. That lingering sense of something missing, maybe it's a whisper from our sleeping self, a gentle reminder of the vastness within, reminding us there's more to existence than what we see, more to ourselves than what we show the world. We are visitors here, not permanent residents, passing through this reality, carrying the echoes of other worlds within us. The question remains, which world is the dream, and which is the true reflection of our reality? The question of what is real, of what it means to exist, has fascinated humanity for thousands of years. From ancient philosophers to modern scientists, the search for answers has shaped our understanding of the world and ourselves. Early thinkers like Aristotle and Plato debated the nature of dreams, while ancient texts from Egypt and Mesopotamia recorded dream interpretations as messages from the divine. But it wasn't until the late 19th century that science began to systematically study the dream world. Sigmund Freud in 1899 published The Interpretation of Dreams, proposing that dreams reveal hidden desires and unconscious thoughts. His theories sparked a new era of psychological inquiry, even as they remain controversial today. In the 20th century, scientists began to measure brain activity during sleep. The invention of the electroencephalogram, or EEG, allowed researchers to observe the brain's electrical patterns, revealing the mysterious REM stage, when most vivid dreams occur. Today, we know that humans spend about 2 hours each night dreaming, roughly 20% of our total sleep. Across a lifetime, that's nearly 6 years spent in the world of dreams. Modern neuroscience uses brain scans and data visualizations to map the dreaming mind. Functional MRI and PET scans show that the brain is highly active during dreams, especially in regions linked to emotion and memory. Yet despite all our technology, the true purpose of dreams remains elusive. Are they a way to process memories, solve problems, or simply the brain's way of entertaining itself while we sleep? The line between waking and dreaming is still blurred. Famous experiments show that the brain can't always distinguish between imagined and real experiences, suggesting that dreams may be as real to the mind as waking life. Even with all our advances, the dream world remains a frontier. Each night, billions of people enter this mysterious realm, guided by forces we are only beginning to understand. The ancient questions remain: what is real and what is illusion? Science and philosophy continue to search for answers, inviting us to explore the mysteries of our own minds. In dreams, the bizarre feels normal. It's a realm where the impossible becomes commonplace, and the laws of physics take a back seat to the whims of our subconscious. We float, we fly, we encounter the unexpected without batting an eye. A talking squirrel piloting a cheese spaceship is just another day in the office. The mind effortlessly accepts these outlandish scenarios, integrating them into the dream's unfolding narrative. We accept the dream's logic without question, navigating its labyrinthine corridors and defying gravity with ease. There's no need for explanation, no demand for reason. But what about waking life? Does the same unquestioning acceptance apply? Are its rules truly fundamental, etched in the fabric of reality, or just the logic of this particular dream? Are we simply accustomed to its constraints, mistaking familiarity for truth? We're so immersed in this reality, caught in the hustle and bustle of daily life, we forget to question its rules, blindly following the script we've been handed. We move through our days on autopilot, rarely pausing to consider the underlying assumptions that govern our actions. Maybe the consistency of our world, the predictable nature of its laws, is what makes the dream convincing, lulling us into a false sense of security. What's normal in one state is absurd in another. The mundane of waking life would be utterly bizarre in a dream, and vice versa. If we woke up from this life, would we laugh at its limitations? Would we marvel at the constraints we so readily accepted, the boundaries we never dared to question? The boundaries we accept might be as arbitrary as dream logic, self-imposed limitations that confine our potential. What if this is just a particularly convincing dream, a meticulously crafted illusion that we've mistaken for reality, a dream from which we have yet to awaken? What if your true self is asleep somewhere else and this life is its dream? When you sleep, your mind reconnects, if only briefly, with a deeper reality. Neuroscientists have discovered that the brain is remarkably active during dreams. Brain scans reveal that regions involved in emotion and memory, like the amygdala and hippocampus, light up just as they do when we're awake. In fact, the brain processes emotions in dreams almost identically to waking life. This is why dreams can feel so vivid and real. Our minds are using the same neural pathways. Lucid dreaming, when you realize you're dreaming while still asleep, offers even more insight. Studies show that lucid dreamers have increased activity in the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for self-awareness and decision-making. This suggests that consciousness itself is a bridge between worlds, waking and dreaming. The line between the two is thinner than we think. If we can become aware inside a dream, could we also awaken to a deeper reality here? Perhaps every night, as we dream, we glimpse the true nature of consciousness, one that connects all our experiences, waking or asleep. So are we awake, or just dreaming we are? Any test we devise happens within this reality, bound by its rules. The dream always confirms itself. But this uncertainty can be liberating. If reality is a dream, it's a canvas, inviting us to live boldly and question limits. The greatest quest may be to awaken within our own consciousness. Each night, as you drift to sleep, you cross a threshold. The fragments you bring back might be messages from your true self. When you wake, are you truly awake, or just falling deeper into the dream? The question lingers: which world is real? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating explorations into the mysteries of the mind and reality.